Oh, I recognise him.
Oh, Rog, we're still recovering.
Our fearless leader.
He guided us, the US men's national team, 4, Costa Rica 0. Rog.
Yes, indeed, David.
What a victory last night. Soldier Field, Chicago was a sellout, Rog. Thousands of people trying to get in across the fences at least.
Yeah,
That's
couldn't
what
get in. There was
US
such a
soccer
crush.
are going to have us believe.
Such a crush to get in. They couldn't
But what
quite
a change.
get in there.
How different it feels today than it felt yesterday morning,
I
Rog.
woke up yesterday morning.
Yeah.
I will be candid.
Yeah.
Doom and darkness, just absolutely frantic.
Not
about
dissimilar
the Gotterdammerung
from every
scenario
morning.
that the US football team had got them into.
Yeah.
I was just slightly manic about would they play the right national anthems before the game.
Yeah, you're worried about
they
that.
They did. I was slightly less worried, but still worried about would the US do what they needed to do what they needed to do, and in the way they needed to do it.
Yes.
And the reality was, I went to bed last night feeling just an absolute, the opposite of all those emotions, just joy, a lot of relief, but what a buccaneering performance by the US men's national team in the style of their fearless leader, this man, Nagadotchis' finest, Davo.
Yeah.
A phenomenal victory against it should be said, an incredibly risk-taking but confident at the outset Costa Rican national football team, David.
Yeah, Costa Rica, a very good football team, quarter-finalists in the last World Cup, Rog, and they came out. They may have pressed too early, Rog, but they pressed heavily against this man's unchanged lineup,
yeah,
Rog.
I mean,
Jurgen Klinsmann's unchanged lineup.
And the big takeaway for me from the first 50 minutes of the game was Costa Rica takes Snowmageddon so much more seriously than we do.
Yeah.
They treated this game as if it was a Classico, a CONCACAF Classico.
Yeah.
And to quote Omar Little, a famous Spurs fan, they came at the king and they missed. Because in those first kind of 8-9 minutes, they hustled, they chased, they dial-walled that ball,
the mid-press,
and they
the low press.
felt that they could knock the United States out in that first round, and it was a test, a medical test of our national sphincter. And I'll say it was one that we laugh now, but we only barely survived it, David.
Yeah, referee Roddy Zambrano, Rog, the accidental referee from Ecuador with a huge call, bam, Torridor style, awarding the penalty, Rog.
Levelled in the way that only James, LeBron James, would understand, or Draymond Green.
Yeah.
I mean, and then upstep this man to take the penalty. A fairly
Long
nervy
run-up.
penalty. His 50th goal in his international career. Only Landon Donovan has scored more. The United States won.
Only 49 ahead of Pulisic.
Became a healthy, skelty kind of game, Davo.
Yeah.
And it really, I mean, Costa Rica, God love them, they flitted up both wings. The United States at times didn't so much defend as they did flinch.
Yeah.
And then cometh the hour, cometh the man, and it was that man.
What a goal.
Adam Dervitt for the Counting Crows.
Fantastic finish.
Mr. Jones and me.
Yeah, third goal from Bobby Wood. Fourth goal from Graham Susi, Rog.
And it was
late
all
in
over.
the second half.
And we felt absolutely joyous. We raised a glass.
Yeah.
We went mental.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is there were some fantastic performances.
Yeah.
In the centre of defence, John Brooks is a great American, a man born in Berlin. He has on one arm a tattoo of the city of Berlin with a star where he was born.
Yeah.
And he has on his other elbow a map of Illinois, Chicago, as he calls it, Chicago, where his family are from, and where they were born. He's a phenomenal centre-back, absolutely remarkable human being. Fabian Johnson, another remarkable performance. Jermaine Jones.
It might be a little early to say that we have this central defensive pairing that's going to last for years
That
and
would
years,
be a crazy
Rog,
thing to
but
say.
certainly Brooks played very, very well. Cameron was solid. Jermaine Jones ahead of them. I thought he just played a fantastic game. He real box-to-box midfield performance, always there with a hard tackle.
St. Bobby Wood, we absolutely adore you. And Clint Dempsey, in a difficult moment for the US, when there's a huge amount of pressure on your shoulders to take that penalty and convert it, you did exactly what was needed.
He's the guy you want to step
Michael
up, Rog.
Bradley, God love you. Huge amount of pressure. You said before the game, it's very simple. The US, it's not complicated. US need to play better as individuals and as a team. Tonight they did that.
The subs, Rog, Zuzi, KB5, who we love. We love KB5.
We do.
And Wando, Rog. but not the players we expected to see. Darlington, Nagbe, and Christian Pulisic.
Bit
Rog.
of an odd series of decisions. There's great talent. We are going to play teams in this tournament. Please God, we'll go deep. Who will sit back and encourage the US to come on them. They'll have to be unpicked with creativity.
Yeah, they won't play
we have
kamikaze
two great
football against
creative
us.
players on the bench. One is Darlington Nagbe. The other is young genius Christian Pulisic. Tonight would have been the perfect opportunity to give them some game time, grow in confidence, feel what it feels like to play the Copa. Instead, we got Zuzi. We got one day, which was Jurgen trolling America, and then KB5. Zuzi scored a wonderful goal. I will say this, I love Graham Zuzi.
Yeah.
I would trade that goal every day of the week to get either Nagbe or Pulisic, or ideally both, 20 minutes game time and experience, which will pay us off down the road.
And yet hard to criticise this man, Rog. He gets criticised very, very heavily after the 2-0 defeat to Colombia. He should get credit for this unnamed side that he inspired to this 4-0 victory against this evening. Rog,
indeed, and before the game,
whole world looks
Galetti
different.
said, I'm going to evaluate your role following this game.
Goals,
he will now have
goals.
a huge contract that will go on for the next 10 years at a great pay rise. There are other games today that we can look forward to. What are they, Dave?
Games coming up later. Brazil, Haiti at 7:30 p.m.
This
Eastern
is what
time
I
in
call
Orlando.
Can't miss football.
Ecuador.
In their opener, neither team scored. Haiti lost. Brazil deserved to. Haiti are number 74 in the world, the Grenadiers. They care about this game. They have 5 NASL players in their squad. If they win this game, which I believe they might just,
really,
it would be the best thing that's happened to that country, footballing-wise, since the birth of Josie in a manger.
Massive shock, really. Josie was born in a manger. I didn't hear that story.
Were you not?
Okay, Ecuador. No, I was not. Ecuador versus Peru. Rog, that's 10 p.m. Eastern time in Glendale, Arizona.
Peru, all red sash jerseys and neck tattoos. They beat Haiti, just Ecuador, unlucky not to trump Brazil. They will get off to winning ways in this game. They have too many ideas, too much pace for this proud but greatly experimental Peru team.
We're going to be back to later today, 5 p.m. Eastern time on vicesports.com, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're also releasing a pod later today, recapping all of the tournament action so far. It's on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Some of this.
Not sponsored by Axe.
This might work. America.
Wow, I've got silly string somewhere.
Yeah, you do. Fire it.
I can't spray it in the camera.
I love America. Courage.